because we're going to surrender. You see, the American flag presents freedom, and the Muslim flag in the back there, the Turkish flag, presents Islam. The Statue of Liberty no longer holding a torch, but literally a white flag. And that is what's happening in America. If you look at the Muslim side, they do have the Statue of Liberty, but sadly they're covering her face with hijab, burqa. So you think about it, that's what's going to happen in America. Flag of the United States of America. Normally I talk a lot here about the flag, but I'm going to cut it too short to say that 50 stars, not 1 star, and our fathers, early fathers, did not want it to be 1 star. They don't want the government to control the states, but that's not what Obama is doing lately, or the Democrats hope that to make it all 1 star. As a matter of fact, for Obama's heart, he wants to make the whole world 1 star. And it's 13 colony, 13 stripe, not no stripe. And sadly, I've seen lately this country moving in the wrong direction. We are the only country on planet Earth who have no respect for its own flag. Our senator voted recently under Bush to say if my wishes is to burn this flag, or cut it, or walk on it with my shoes, I can do so under this new statement, freedom of expression. I call it freedom of stupidity. We need to change this. Somebody needs to take a new bill to the state Senate and come up with the new law. You disgrace this flag, you don't deserve to live in this country, and you need to go somewhere else. You like that? That's how I think about it. So if we go with the Democrat opinion, we're going to get rid of the 13 stripe, we're going to get rid of the 50 star, and we end with what? White flag. That is when your president bowed down to the Saudi king. As you see it on the picture, just be clear for itself, you know. And by the way, so many people, they said, no, he did not. We have the video also showed him. He did bow down to the Saudi king. And you may think, well, after all, the Saudi king is a king and everybody bowed to him. You know what? Here's the news for you today. Not one Muslim president in the history of the Muslim world ever bowed down to the Saudi king. The only one who did bow to the Saudi king is Barack Hussein Obama, and that's the truth, so help me God to say. Is that the change you believe in America? Is that what you want for your country? I don't think so. We're going to skip a lot of videos. There's a video there. We're not going to watch it. We're going to skip one video. If you need to watch the whole thing, as I said, please get yourself a copy of our DVD. Hosea 4:6 is a very important verse in the Bible. And the Bible said,
my people are destroyed for lack of knowledge. Because thou rejected knowledge, I will also reject thee.
This is the first half of the verse. I hope when you, and I pray when you go home, open Hosea 4:6 and read the rest of the verse. I know we American people know the first quarter, which said, my people are destroyed for lack of knowledge. And we stop there. No, keep going. Because we are rejecting knowledge, God Almighty will also reject us. We're not just ignorant because we don't know. I think we are foolish on purpose because we don't want to know. We are rejecting knowledge. And read the rest of the verse. What does freedom mean? I looked in your dictionary online and I found freedom mean
the quality of being frank, open, or outspoken.
Are we still free in America? How about this one? Freedom is?
Freedom is the absence of necessity, coercion, or constraint in choice or action.
Are we still free in America? How about this one?
Freedom is liberation from slavery or restraint or from the power of another. Independence.
That is what Webster said in online. And by the way, there's another 50 statement about freedom is. And if I put all of them on the screen, you will describe or discover that America is losing its freedom if we're not in how we was. What does the Quran teach about freedom? Do we have any verse where Allah in the Quran encourage or promote freedom? Not even the word freedom itself ever mentioned in the Quran. The word hurriya, freedom, never mentioned once in the Quran. That's why Muslims don't like freedom. That's why Muslims hate freedom. That's why they hate us for trying to free Iraq or Afghanistan. And there will never be freedom in any Muslim country, and hear me good, even if you spend the last dime in your life, and if you shed the last blood of the last soldier you got in this country, as long as there is Islam in the country. You cannot bring freedom or democracy to the Muslim world as long as the Muslim world believe in the wicked cult of Islam. So, here is the verses of Quran talk about freedom.
O you who have believed, retaliation is decreed on you for the murdered. The free man for the free, and the slave for the slave, and the female for the female.
When you read a verse like this in the Quran, you have no clue what they're talking about here. You don't understand what is the application of this verse. But as I explained it to you, as Muslim scholars do, you find Islam is the most barbaric cult. Free man, free woman is mentioned in this, but that's not really about freedom. It's just the word free man. If I, by accident, killed one of your slaves, and I'm a free man, you don't kill me as a killer, no. You pick up one of my innocent slaves and you kill him. It was slave for slave. If I killed one of you gentlemen wife, you don't kill me, you kill my wife, because it's a female for a female. And if one of my slaves killed a free man, they don't kill my slave, they actually kill me, the free man. Because that is the doctrine of retaliation. It is all over the Quran. Muslim, that's why you see Muslim Shia blow up a Sunni mosque, and the Sunni do not go and capture the bad Shia, no. They blow up a Shia mosque. And they kept killing each other because that is a doctrine of retaliation.
And whoever among you who cannot marry the free believing women, so have sex with those whom your right hand possesses from your young believing girls.
To marry a free Muslim lady, or when you are limited to 4, you must give her a dowry. You have to give her some camels, her daddy, some camels, some gold, or some money. And if you cannot afford it, in Islam the answer is very simple. You don't have to marry a free woman, just have sex with unlimited number of slaves and concubines. They may translate this to marry, that's not marriage. Having a sexual relationship with a slave is not marriage. Does not require dowry, does not require witness, does not require divorce, it's just you sleep with them. Muslims who claim that the Quran does not teach slavery, it's the biggest lie from hell. We have a full seminar, a good 3-hour seminar talking about slavery in Islam. And we're going to skip this one to go to this freedom. Once along 4, I talk about living in Egypt, in a country without freedom, and you have no clue what it is your children and your grandchildren are going to be facing in this country under Islam, because you never lived without freedom. You're taking your freedom for granted, and you're living just every day of life, and you never know what's going to happen tomorrow. We just enjoy today. No, if you know what's going to happen tomorrow, you will not even eat today to fight, to stop Muslims from taking over America. Look at this gentleman holding a sign in his hand. What do they have? Freedom, go to hell. Why in the world does man hate our freedom so bad? How about this one? Democracy, go to hell. Why does man hate democracy so bad? And by the way, these men carrying these signs are not carrying this sign in the streets of Cairo, Egypt, or Riyadh, Saudi Arabia. No, these are men who live in London, England, and coming to a city near you. Soon, Muslims in this country will hold a sign up and they say, freedom, democracy, go to hell. Why? Because they don't believe in the religion, freedom, they don't believe about democracy. Listen what Muhammad said in the hadith, in the following hadith, which is exactly stand against everything we're doing in Afghanistan and in Iraq. We literally lost 4,700 soldiers, over $1 trillion for nothing. We wasted this money and this life. Yes, we were attacked in America, 3,000 people got killed. That does not mean we need to kill another 10,000 soldiers for nothing. Muhammad said,
when the oath of allegiance has been taken for 2 caliphs, kill the latter of them.
Don't you like this democracy? If Obama and Romney running for the office of the President of the United States of America, kill the one who will lose the election. That is exactly Muhammad's word in the hadith. That's why in Islam, we don't change Khalifa, we don't change president every 4 years. He's going to be there until he gets killed to replace him by somebody else. It's been there for 57, in the 57 Muslim country for the last 1,473 years. Why do you think you're going to change it today? You cannot have democracy in the Muslim world as long as Islam exists and the teaching of Muhammad exists in the Muslim world. Here I talk about coming to America and enjoying the freedom we have in America, and then we talk about losing the freedom we have in America. Freedom is now fading away. We're losing our freedom in America simply because we are ignorant of Islam. I know some people don't like me to say we are ignorant, or we're foolish, or or we're stupid, whatever you want to say, because we are so sensitive. And I really don't care about American people's feeling as long as I care about American people's freedom. I care about this freedom. I'll do everything to stop Muslims to take over this country. And if I'm hurting your feeling by calling you ignorant or foolish, I'm sorry. Maybe if you are the smart, you will not be hurt because I'm not talking to you. I'm talking to the other one who's doing the wrong things. I know for sure you're here as a choir, and I'm speaking to the godly, conservative man and woman who care and loves their freedom. So, I've never been served. We haven't even convicted anyone or called anyone to be responsible for that thing. As a matter of fact, as we can see in this next picture, here's our president, President George W. Bush, on January 15, that is exactly 4 months after September 11, he went to Saudi Arabia and he met with the Saudi king, King Fahd. That's not the king Obama bowed down to, that is his older brother who died, and Obama bowed to King Abdulaziz. Now when Bush went and met with King Fahd, I thought we're going to have some serious talk, because at least we know 15 of the hijackers were Saudi. So we're going to have a serious talk, and guess what happened? The opposite of what I thought will happen. Watch. That was a very disgraceful moment. That if you walk on that day in ground zero, you can smell the stench of our people. And Bush went to Saudi Arabia to dance with our enemy. And you know, American people did not see anything wrong with it. I could not sleep this night, because I was waiting for some reporter to tell me what's going on between Bush and the Saudi king. That he got serious to talk with him, that he got upset with him, and he said, don't you dare do this anymore. We're going to attack you, we're going to go on war against you. Stop funding the terrorists and stop doing this to us. No, he went there, locked arms with the Saudi king, carrying this beautiful gift which the king offered him, a sword on his shoulder, and they locked arm and they danced. Now you think about America. If this was never happened, will we have Barack Hussein Obama today as a president in America? No. Bush warmed the water, make it warm enough to get the frog to relax, and we have no idea that we got ourselves a Muslim president. Watch this video here. This video is actually resolved to the first video. Here's King Abdulaziz, and Obama will do his good job. Go ahead. Good deed, good boy. Very good, thank you. Watch it again. You missed it the first time, I'll have it 2 more times. Here we go. And he bowed down. Good boy. Now, one last time. Stand up, raise up his hand, and bow down. Thank you so much, Mr. President. You know, when I went online that day Obama wins the election, I went online to see the reaction of the world. And I went one Muslim country after one Muslim country. The whole world celebrated the first Muslim president of the United States of America, Barack Hussein Obama, the Kenyan man. And American people, until today, they have no clue that this guy is a Muslim, is a Kenyan. And if you talk about it, people look at you like you're stupid, and they just laugh at you. All right, America, you stay in your ignorancy, and you harvest what you plant. So, how do the Muslim become Muslim? Very good question. How does a Muslim become Muslim? Very simple. When a Muslim man impregnated a female, even through rape, the baby is born Muslim. That's the end of it, America. That's the ABC of Islam. If you don't know that, you know nothing in life. A Muslim man got a woman pregnant, even through rape, the babies are Muslim. Now, what happens if a Muslim leaves Islam? Second very important question here. Oh, the Muslim family will have a party and the lady dance and they do all this stuff. Hey, what happened? My daughter or my son become a Christian last night. No, they don't do that. We have something is called honor killing, which means they kill them. Honor killing has been represented on our Fox News in America in 3 separate programs, and at the end of each one of these programs, we come up to the conclusion that honor killing is culture, have nothing to do with Islam. And that is the biggest lie we have. I wish Fox News stopped talking about Islam. Because since September 11 until today, the United States of American media did not do us any good, and they did the Muslim every good. How now we have video, you know in detail. If a Muslim leaves Islam, Muslims have to kill him. Why? Because Allah in the Quran said,
"And do not kill the soul which Allah forbids, except with a just cause."
What is the soul which Allah forbids to be killed? It's the Muslim soul. Why? Because any and every other soul must be put to death. That's not my word. Allah's word, the Quran. Read the Quran. We highlight it for you. Over 350 verses of the Quran. Allah command Muslims to kill every American who does not believe in Islam. That's not my word. That's Allah's word and Muhammad's words. But you can kill the Muslim in 3 cases. Why? This is what Muhammad said.
Muhammad said, "The blood of a Muslim cannot be shed except in 3 cases: for murder, adultery, and the one who becomes an apostate from Islam."
Did Muhammad taught people to have freedom of religion? You can become a Muslim if you want. You can leave Islam if you want. That's what Muslims teach in America. But that's a lie. The moment you leave Islam, you will receive 3 days warning that in these 3 days you must come back to Islam. If not, Muslim must shed your blood, must kill you. That is the teaching of Muhammad and that's the teaching of the Quran. What does the Quran teach about denying the faith? You know, everybody in America tell me, Obama is a Christian. Why? Because Obama said he's a Christian. But American people do not know that Allah in the Quran said, you can lie and you can deny your faith if you are compelled. That's not my word. Listen to what Allah said.
"Whoever becomes an infidel in Allah after he believed, except one who was compelled and his heart is secure in faith, but whoever opens his chest to the infidelity, the wrath of Allah will be on them, and they will have great torment."
Was Obama compelled to tell the American people he's a Christian?
No.
You bet your life on it. Do you know how hard it was for John Kennedy to be a president because he was what? A Catholic. Now he is a Muslim guy. And by the way, the opinion that it just happened 5 years ago, Obama decided to run as a senator in the state of Illinois, that make you nuts. This already planned long time ago. Have you read his book?
Yes.
Dreams of My Fathers. That dream, the big dream is for Obama to be the president of the United States of America. So that's nothing new. That's a reality. He wanted to be, and he did it, and sadly, American people gave it to him. Why? Because we are so naive, and we believe people for whatever you say. Okay, I believe it's time for American people to understand Islam, that the Quran teaches it's okay to lie and deny your faith. Because if you are compelled, can you imagine if Obama, just 7 years after September 11th, come to the American people and say, hey, I'm a Muslim, vote for me. What is the chance for more than 1% Muslim to vote for him in this country? He needs 50% plus, not 1%. 1% will not do it. Now, here's another verse. It's okay and it's lawful in the Quran to swear. Literally, you put your hand on the Quran to swear to tell the truth, nothing but the truth, and you can lie. For Allah said what?
Allah will not hold you responsible for your mere utterance in an oath, but He will hold you responsible for that which your hearts gained. And Allah is forgiving, forbearing.
When you see Allah is forgiving in the Quran, that means there is a sin before it. What is the sin here? You can lie, you put your hand on whatever book, and you swear to tell the truth, and that is, by the way, the real reality of all Muslims in America, which we make citizen every week in this country. They stand up and give allegiance to the flag, they give allegiance to the Constitution, and at the same time they want to throw the entire Constitution in the trash can and replace it with Sharia. What a wonderful way! I pledge allegiance to the flag, I pledge allegiance to the Constitution, and I want to burn it and throw it in the trash can because I want Allah's law, not human law, not man's law. The man who did the bombing in New York Square, the judge asked him, did you just become citizen last year? Did you swear to and give allegiance to America? He said, yeah, I did it, but I did not mean it. I wonder how many Muslims in America who become citizens the last 50 years meant it. Because you need to understand that in Islam, your allegiance is number 1 to Allah, number 2 to Muhammad, number 3 to Islam, number 4 to your Muslim home country, number 5 to the Muslim neighbor country, number 6 to the Muslim enemy country, and number 7 to America. Kiss America goodbye. What did Muhammad teach about lying? His own word, Muhammad said,
it is lawful to lie in 3 cases. A man to his wife that she will be pleased with him, or at a time of war, because war is deception, or to make peace between people.
That is to lie to everybody. Your wife, your enemy, and your friends. Do you know anybody else we can add it to the list? So that covers it all. It is lawful in Islam to lie. Bible said, thou shalt not lie. Muhammad said, do it. Lie. Here he is. Obama himself. Tell us who he is.
Yep.
What I was suggesting, you are absolutely right that John McCain has not talked about my Muslim faith, and you're absolutely right that that is not my Christian faith. And
how about this one in Al Arabiya? First interview Obama had after becoming the president of the United States of America.
I have Muslim members of my family. I have lived in Muslim countries. The largest one, Indonesia.
What is a lie here? He said, I have Muslim member in my family. I'm sorry. He needs to tell the American people, all my family, all my aunts and uncles, all my cousins, all my brothers and sisters in Kenya and Indonesia, they're all Muslim. There's not one member in Obama's family exists on planet Earth today unless they're Muslim. I wish some Democrat to show me a cousin, a first cousin or a last cousin you can have, belong to Obama, who believe in something else besides Allah and Muhammad. I wish. We don't even have one member in the entire family who's an atheist or agnostic or some guy worships some cow or some camel. No, they're all Muslims. We could not use the word Hussein when he was running as a senator. I spoke here in Illinois 5 years ago. And it was a Baptist church with a white preacher. And I told the people in the church, you're about to elect the first Muslim senator. This preacher smoked me. He cooked me in his living room. How dare to lie to my people and tell them Obama is a Muslim? That was 5 years ago, ladies and gentlemen. Before many of the rest of the country know about a man running for the office of the senator of the United States of Illinois, of the state of Illinois, to be Barack Obama. Here's Obama. He denied he was ever a Muslim. How old do you think Obama in this picture? He dressed like a Muslim man. And he's more than 10 years old here. I go for 25.
Yeah.
Here's Obama's brother, Malik Obama, and he holds Obama's picture dressed like a Muslim man. Here's a Kenyan dressing for a Muslim man. I know in America here, you go to church sometime and you see some naked ladies in the church. I've seen them before, dressed halfway naked. And in America, it doesn't matter. We're a free country. We can dress however we wish. I don't. I still wear a suit and a tie in front of you, Jackie, and to respect you as I come to speak to you. No, some of you may go to church in sandals and some shirt, half cuts or underwear, whatever you wear. I don't. I respect the church. But you need to understand, in our culture, in the Muslim world, in the 57 Muslim country, Christians do not dress like Muslims, and Muslims do not dress like Christians. You would never see me dressed like Obama in these clothes. Never. Neither me, neither any Christian. You will never see a Christian lady put hijab on like your American female soldiers in the Air Force when they work in Saudi Arabia. We don't. We don't. It is disgrace that our enemy tell us how to dress our ladies in our army to protect them. You know what? You don't like the way I am dressed? Maybe you need to protect yourself. See ya. Bye-bye. Exactly. You know what I mean? But no, we're going to do everything wrong to this. No, we don't want to hurt anybody's feeling. Even our enemy's feeling. We're worried about our enemy's feeling. Forget about our uniform. Let's make our men dress like the jihadists. Why we have, this uniform for our soldiers? Maybe we can cut some of the expense of our defense and make our soldiers go in the pajamas. Yeah. Here we go, Obama's grandma Sarah, and I have lots of people write to me, oh, you're wrong, sir. Sarah Obama is a Christian. Really? Listen what she did 2 years ago.
The grandmother of U.S. President Barack Obama has arrived in Saudi Arabia for the Hajj, or Islamic pilgrimage to the holy cities of Mecca and Medina, a Saudi daily said on Wednesday. Sarah Obama, aged 87, is being accompanied by a nephew and Obama's cousin Amran. She was one of the many guests of Saudi Arabia's king.
She's a Hajj, for heaven's sake. 100% Muslim Hajj. You cannot walk in the streets of Mecca if you are an infidel, non-Muslim. Period. I wish Obama can prove to me wrong, but nobody can prove me wrong. The entire Obama's family, everybody is a Muslim. Maybe Michelle is a Christian. Here we go. Watch it. Watch it.
The best speaker, the smartest, and best looking of the older Obamas. And that would be the First Lady of the United States, Michelle Obama.
And that's the way this is 2 Easter ago, not the last Easter, the Easter before. You see Bugs Bunny here? Okay?
Hey everybody! Is this not the most perfect day for the Easter egg roll? Let's say thank you to Mother Nature! Yeah!
Mother Nature. Any Catholic here? Raise up your hand if you're Catholic. Any Baptist here? Raise up your hand if you're Baptist. Any Christian here? Raise up your hand if you're Christian. Do we believe in Mother Earth or Father God? And on Easter Day, we're going to give thanks to Mother Earth because the weather is good. We're going to collect the eggs. Maybe Michelle knows where Obama come from.
Mark is led by example. When we took our trip to Africa and visited his home country in Kenya, we took public HIV tests. His home country in Kenya.
Thanks, Michelle.
His home country in Kenya.
I got it. Thank
His
you.
home country in Kenya.
Thank you so much, Rashid. His home country what?
Kenya.
What's so hard for you to figure this out? All right.
Mr. President, you're an American-born Christian. And yet increasing and now significant numbers of Americans in polls, upwards of 1/5 of respondents, are claiming you are neither. 1/5 of the people, just about, believe you're a Muslim.
Keep in mind those two things, American-born and Muslim are not the same, so, but I understand your point.
Either or the latter, and the most recent number is the latter. This has to be troubling to you. This is, of course, all new territory for an American president.
If I spend all my time chasing after that, then I wouldn't get much done.
Even a number as sizable as this, what does it say to you? Does it say anything about your communications or the effectiveness of your opponents to...
Well, look, Ryan, I would say that I can't spend all my time with my birth certificate plastered on my forehead. It is what the facts are, and so it's not something that I can, I think, spend all my time worried about. I don't think the right recruiter want me to spend all my time worried about it.
Facts is a fact. Here's the facts. 2 years ago, Obama spent $1 million of his personal money to hide his birth certificate. By the day he killed Osama bin Laden, if he really did, when he issued his birth certificate, already passed $2 million to hide his birth certificate. This man has to be so stupid, or we are so stupid to believe it. I mean, I'm not going to say he is very stupid or we're very stupid, because I will not spend $20 to hide my birth certificate. No, $2 million, $20. I can buy a nice lunch and drink a good, solid Coke or Sprite for less than $20. Why in the world I waste $20 to hide my birth certificate? And the birth certificate to show us the first one, go on my website and watch Revealing the Truth about Barack Hussein Obama. This video is almost 5 years old. And the first piece of paper he showed to us, and it is a fraud. And the one he showed us 3 or 4 or 5 days before the killing of bin Laden is another fraud. It's called Photoshop fraud. If you don't believe me, I will send you the same certificate with your name in it. Just send me your 3 names, whatever date you want to put for yourself. The same piece of certificate. I'm going to change the information, and I'll put your information in, and I'll send it back to you in less than 10 minutes. I just need to sit on my computer, send it to me, 10 minutes, you get it back. That's how hard it is to show a fraud in this country. Let's get this video. Listen to this one here, good one. 2 interviews. One in Turkey and one in Egypt. And I don't think American people, those who claim to be a Christian, have any idea how Obama think of America. Here we go. Listen to him carefully.
We do not consider ourselves a Christian nation. We'd be one of the largest Muslim countries in the world. We do not consider ourselves a Christian nation, or we'd be one of the largest Muslim countries in the world.
We don't consider ourselves a Christian nation? When 74% of America believes that they're Christian, that does not make us a Christian, make us what, a Muslim nation? And then he tells a lady in Egypt, if the Muslim will continue to grow in America the way they are growing, America will be the largest Muslim country in the world? Yes, indeed. He has a plan, and if his plan goes through, America will be the largest Muslim country in the world. It's very simple. We're going to kill more babies. We're going to get lots of gay and lesbians to get married to each other. We're going to have no babies. And we're going to open the immigration door open wide for Muslims to come to America. And we're going to allow Muslims to have 4 wives. And I promise you, less than 60 years from now, you have less American and more Muslims. Not 600 years from now, 60 years, 2 generations. All right, let's move to the next one. I called him a liar, and I believe he's a liar, and I'm going to prove to you he is a liar. First of all, you need to understand the setting here. That is a speech Obama gave in Cairo University. Listen carefully. That is the first time in the history of Egypt things happened in this room never happened in the past. Never. Like what? Like having the brotherhood inside the building while the foreign minister, prime minister, or a president of other country in the same room. Normally, before the new guys show up, 4 or 5 weeks, they clean not the block, they clean the county. Not one brotherhood. Obama asked for the brotherhood to attend the meeting. Another amazing thing, now you need to understand, that's an old building. That's not America, 240 years old. That is a building 1,000 years old. They just celebrated 2 years ago 1,000 years old history of Cairo University. That is 4 times older than your country. You understand it? And in this moment, hundreds of thousands of men stand up and give speeches. And what Obama is going to do in this moment, for the first time, is happening. Like what? For example, here we go.
I'm also proud to carry with me the goodwill of the American people and a greeting of peace from Muslim communities in my country. Assalamu alaikum.
For the first time of the history of this university, from this pulpit down here, somebody say Assalamu alaikum, and people clap hands and shout Allahu Akbar. Hey! Normally, for the last 1,000 years, when the 100,000 men stood up and spoke in this pulpit, they say Assalamu alaikum. The response of the people, Wa alaikum assalam wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. Let me explain to you in English. Good afternoon. Good afternoon. How you respond to me? Do it again. Good afternoon. You not clap hand? So when you wake up in the morning and you tell your wife, good morning, honey, she does not go like, hey, good morning, honey. Good to see you. And then your kids wake up, good morning. Hey, honey, good morning, kid. It's good to see you. Do you do that? No. So as in Islam, when you say Assalamu alaikum, you don't clap hand and say, Allahu Akbar. That's the first time. Listen carefully.
But I am convinced that in order to move forward, we must say openly to each other the things we hold in our hearts, and that too often are said only behind closed doors. There must be a sustained effort to listen to each other, to learn from each other, to respect one another, and to seek common ground. As the Holy Quran tells us, be conscious of God and speak always the truth.
Very good question, very good question. Now, for the first time in the history of this university, of this pulpit, for a man to read a verse from the Quran and most of the people clap hands and shout Allahu Akbar. Normally, when people read the verse of the Quran, people are quiet, listen quietly, and maybe they whisper amen. In planet Earth, to show me this verse anywhere in the Quran. Because I missed it in the Arabic Quran, and I missed it in my English Quran. It doesn't exist. As a matter of fact, as we just read earlier, the Quran teaches what? To lie. To swear you're lying, to deny your faith. That's a wonderful verse Obama said. And they tell me Obama is a good speaker. I'm sorry. Obama is not a good speaker. Obama is a good reader. And the dumb who wrote this speech for him picked up the wrong book. It was Ephesians chapter 4:25, not the Holy Quran. There's nothing in the Holy Quran about speaking the truth. It's a book of lie. It's a book of deception. Read the Quran, America. I believe it's so much important. If we wake up before schooling and read this book and teach it to our neighbor, we will stop Muslims from taking over America. That's why I believe deep in my heart is very important. I spent 4 years to translate this book. And I sent a copy to every senator, to every congressman, to every governor, to the high Supreme Justice Court. And if you know one of these people who have not got one, please email me. We'll send them one.
Melinda in the red hair. She doesn't have one.
Lady in the red hair, what is your job?
I'm running for state representative.
You get one before you want, and I'll praise that already. I will sign it for you afterward. Guys, $20. Save America for $20. For even say, I'm a small ministry. Travel over this country for 11 years. I don't have time for my wife and my son for 11 years. I live in an RV. To teach the truth about Islam. I put my life in the front line to translate this book. And so many of us don't want to spend $20 for the love of our children and grandchildren. And I'm not asking you to buy a Quran to give me $20. I want you to buy it, to read it to your children, to your grandchildren, to your family members, to those who are going to vote for Obama again. He had a better chance to win. Guys, if the American people have read the Quran the last 4 years, the number right now will be 10 to 90 Romney. You notice what is the number? 49, 51, 50, 50, 50, 49. I mean, it's bouncing. He can win. Because we're still ignorant. We're destroying our country with our foolishness because we don't know anything about Islam. We don't know anything about Obama. We believe he's a Christian. After all, he said, I'm a Christian. The great danger of Obamacare. So far, not one person in the smart senators and the smart congressmen we have in this country ever told us the real danger of Obamacare. And I guarantee you, for the first time in your life today, you will hear the truth about the great danger of Obamacare. It's not about all what they discussed. It's not even about the argument that they have right now in the high Supreme Justice Court. It's about Muslims taking over America. What are you talking about, Brother Usama? Did you ever thought maybe we need doctors and nurses to practice Obamacare? Have you ever thought that we're 40% shortage or 30% and 40% of the doctors said they're going to quit? Have you ever thought that we're going to cover 30 million more new people? That means we really need more and more doctors and nurses and staff? Have you ever thought where these people are going to come from? I saw it 30 years ago when I was 13 years old. And our neighbors who are doctors went to Canada to practice the healthcare in Canada. And they did not take hardly any of the Christian doctors, but they only picked up Muslim doctors to come to Canada. It is coming to America. There's already doctors in Egypt, in Saudi Arabia, in Pakistan, in all the Muslim countries. Doctors having their bags packed, ready for the embassy to give them the visa to come to practice Obamacare in America. And when these Muslim people come to this country, they're not going to leave their spouses and their children behind. They're coming in thousands, and they will become citizens in 4 or 5 years, maybe earlier, and then they will bring their moms and dad with the Constitution of America. Mom and dad, they will become citizens, and mom and dad have the right to bring the rest of the brothers and sisters. We're moving from a few thousands to a few millions in America. Yes, Obama knows what he's talking about. If Muslims will continue to grow in America the way they're growing, they will be the largest, America will be the largest Muslim country in the world. Add to that.
Here the statute is going to say that people who are conscientiously opposed to paying for health insurance don't have to do it where the conscientious objection arises from religion, said Mark Tushnet, a Harvard law professor, and that apparently, this exemption will apply similarly to believers in Islam, which considers health insurance, and for that matter, any form of risk insurance, to be forbidden.
You got the idea, America? Yeah. You have to pay for your insurance, but I, as a Muslim, will have it for free. Yeah. And if you don't pay for it, we'll put you in jail, we'll take it out of your retirement fund, whatever, and Muslim will have it for free. Oh, Brother Usama, the Amish the same what? We got 12 million legal Muslims in America, and there's that 12 or more illegal Muslims in America, which I dare any of your senators, any of your governors, any of your congressmen and women to even mention the word illegal with Muslim in one sentence. We count illegal Mexican, don't we? Have you ever heard somebody say illegal Muslim? We only have 57 Muslim countries who flew their airplane to America all over our international airport every day loaded with Muslims. By the way, your embassies in these 57 Muslim countries are loaded by Muslim American workers who issue visa to the Muslim of the land to come to America, and they don't issue the same visa to the Christians.
That's right.
That's the last year. We have few 100,000 Egyptians moved to America. And none of them, or a little bit number of them are Christian, which is the opposite. You assume the Christians of Egypt are flying from Egypt to come to America. No, it's Muslims. You understand the situation now? So, that is a great danger of Obamacare. And Obama, like this guy, Nadam Malik Hassan, he defended him, as a matter of fact, 2 weeks after the shooting. Notice what Nadam Malik Hassan was dressed in the morning when he did his good deed in Fort Hood, Texas. White hat, jalabiyah, Muslim clothes. What his soldier said here, SOA, his business card, soldier of Allah. Lord have mercy. If you have to go and you need a copy of the Quran, please help yourself. Take one, drop 20 bucks. If you have the money, you can always send it later. If you have to leave and need some material, please. The DVDs, I said 15 bucks. If you don't have money, just send it later. Okay, now, a great pilot program, which I don't think any of the Americans heard. Have any of you heard of the pilot program before? Raise up your hand if you know what is pilot program. Pilot program, going once. Pilot program, going twice. Okay, one person. All right, listen.
Immigrants without a green card, but who have specific language or medical skills, get a big incentive to enlist. The Army has recruited more than 100 people in Los Angeles under the pilot program.
That was only the first week when they passed this pilot program. What is a pilot program? It's very simple. It's very simple. What is illegal? What is illegal? A word for political correctness for illegal Muslim. We call them immigrant without green card. It's a nice word because we don't want to hurt the Muslim feeling. Yeah, we can insult the Catholic Mexican, but Muslim we have to respect them. So if you are illegal Muslim in America and you speak another language, what is a chance for somebody in America who is illegal to speak another language? Do you know what is a chance? 100%. They're illegal, they're here from some other countries, they speak another language in the Muslim world. And if you have medical skills, like Dr. Nadam Malik Hassan, you join the army, God bless Obama, he must be a good Christian man. And by the way, if I join the army, and your son joins the army, and he's the same age as mine, I will go up the ladder 4 times faster than him, because I'm a good Muslim minority. Listen to Obama about our defense. Once again, goodbye to our defense.
I'm the only major candidate who opposed the war from the beginning. And as president, I will end it. Second, I will cut tens of billions of dollars in wasteful spending. I will cut investments in unproven missile defense systems. I will not weaponize. I will slow our development of future combat systems. And I will institute an independent Defense Priorities Board to ensure that the quadrennial defense review is not used to justify unnecessary spending. Third, I will set a goal of a world without nuclear weapons. To seek that goal, I will not develop new nuclear weapons. I will seek a global ban on the production of fissile material, and I will negotiate with Russia to take our ICBMs off hair trigger alert and to achieve deep cuts in our nuclear arsenals.
Deep cuts of our defense. I don't think if we have Obama for 4 more years, we're going to have the United States Army. We don't need the Army. Guys, he killed Bin Laden. The war is over. It's like we are in war with Bin Laden. And since we don't have war with Muslims, now we have the Brotherhood in the White House. They are working in our homeland security. We have the video in our DVD. We show you, we give you names and title and the job. We let you use your own words. So we don't need army. What do we need our army for? Why do we need F-16 and F-18? We're still making them for Egypt, for Saudi Arabia, but not for Americans. We're sending warship cost $2 billion as a gift to Egypt. The brotherhood of Egypt now controls the country. And Obama still saying it. I saw the boat by my own eye. They're made here in Mississippi. I was there, listen, what, 4 weeks ago? We will give them $20 million every year to keep these boats running. Oh my God, we shoot Israel for them anyway. We take the same warship and go shoot.
We cannot continue to rely only on our military in order to achieve the national security objectives that we've set. We've got to have a civilian national security force that's just as powerful, just as strong, just as well-funded.
Guess who's talking here? The Commander-Chief of the United States of America is telling his soldier, I don't want you. You're a piece of trash. I'm going to have my own civilian. Guess who said this a few years ago? A man by the name Hitler. First time I did this presentation, it was a German lady. Her name is Zabilla. She is 85 years old. She celebrated 85 years yesterday. Usama! Usama! I said, what? I can't believe it. That's exactly the same words of Hitler. She took me to her house. She opened the book in German and she read it for me. And I believe she's not lying. That's exactly word for word what Hitler said years ago in Germany. Civilian. Civilian. Last video we're going to see from Obama. And look how Obama did not forget to celebrate Ramadan with his family, the Muslim friends. So he said,
on behalf of the American people, including Muslim communities in all 50 states, I want to extend best wishes to Muslims in America and around the world. Ramadan Kareem. Ramadan is the month in which Muslims believe the Quran was revealed to the Prophet Muhammad, beginning with a simple word, Iqra. It is therefore a time when Muslims reflect upon the wisdom and guidance that comes with faith, and the responsibility that human beings have to one another and to God. Like many people of different faiths who've seen Ramadan through our communities and families, I know this to be a festive time, a time when families gather and meals are shared. But I also know that Ramadan is a time of intense devotion and reflection, a time when Muslims fast during the day and perform Taraweeh prayers at night, reciting and listening to the entire Quran over the course of the month.
When you hear the President of the United States of America saying all that stuff about Ramadan and Islam, have you ever, can you imagine if Romney or some president will tell the same story about Christianity? Christmas is the time we celebrate the birth of Jesus Christ. Jesus was born from Virgin Mary, and Jesus died on the cross and rose again from our sin. Can any president do that? No, we can't. Why? Separation of church and state. But Obama celebrated Ramadan. He only missing one sentence here. He should tell the American, repeat after me. Ashhadu anna la ilaha illallah. Ashhadu anna Muhammad Rasulullah. I bear witness there is no God but Allah, and I bear witness that Muhammad is prophet, and make us all Muslim in one meeting. That's what's amazing. But he said something very important in it. He said, Muslim, during the month of Ramadan, recite and listen to the entire Quran. Recite and listen to the entire Quran. And when he says that, we come to assumption that the Quran is a good book. I mean, after all, it's a holy. Muslims say holy. That's a lie. The real name is generous Quran, not holy Quran. They lie on the cover of the book in the translation. My translation is right from the cover. So I'm going to share with you a few of the verses which Muslims read in the Quran, and to know if the Quran is just another nice book or we have a problem with the Quran. Here we go, what Allah said in the Quran.
Guide us to the straight way, the way of those whom you have graced, not the ones whom you are angered against, the Jews, nor the lost ones, the Christians.
So chapter 1, Allah is called the Jews, Allah's angry against, and chapter 1 called Christian lost ones. And it's amazing, when a Muslim imam go to our Senate meetings and Congress meetings and read the same verses, our dumb senator and congressman clap hand and say, thank you, Mr. Imam, God bless us again next month. When our senator can open their eyes, open their brain, and read the darn book before they invite him again next week to insult us again in our Senate meetings. I mean, sick and tired of this meeting. Here we go. This is what Allah said in the Quran. Islam is very friendly, guys. Very friendly religion. Here's what Allah said.
O you who have believed, do not take the Jews and the Christians as friends. They are friends to one another. And whoever among you takes them as friends, so surely he is of them. Surely Allah does not guide the unjust people.
Do you want Allah to be angry against you? Become a Jew for friend. You want to get lost? Become a Christian for friend. That's why Allah said, don't take Jews and Christians for friend. End of story. They lie to you when they say, you are my friend, I love you. Let's all hold hands and say kumbaya. That is the lies of Islam. How about the teaching of Muhammad?
Do not initiate the salam to the Jews and Christians. And if you meet any of them in a road, force them to its narrowest alley.
You know what is the narrowest alley, ladies and gentlemen? That's the sewage line in the streets. Force the Christian and the Jew to the boot in the street when you walk next to them. That's how Muhammad liked us so much. You know what the Quran teaches? Quran chapter 2 verse 216.
War is decreed to you, and it is hated by you. And perhaps you may hate something, and it is good for you. And perhaps you love something, and it is evil for you. And Allah knows, and you do not know.
What is decreed for the Muslim? War. How many times Allah in the Quran command Muslims to engage in war with us? 79 times. Ladies and gentlemen, that's not 5 verses we misunderstand. We took out of context. No, 79 verses of the Quran. Here we go. Muhammad said what?
I have been commanded to fight people till they testify to the fact that there is no God but Allah, and believe in me, I am the messenger, and in all that I have brought.
The war is not over. Tell your Obama it's not over. Muhammad said he was commanded to fight until the last one in America become Muslims. It's not Bin Laden, it is Islam. It is not Al-Zawahiri, it is the Quran. It is not anybody but Allah's word and Muhammad's command. It is what Muhammad said.
Our prophet, the messenger of our Lord, ordered us to fight you till you worship Allah alone or pay us the jizya tribute tax in submission. Our prophet has informed us that our Lord says, whoever among us is killed as a martyr shall go to paradise, to lead such a luxurious life as he has never seen. And whoever survives shall become your master.
How do you like that? Tell your grandchildren you're going to be slave for the Muslim in America. Because they're going to be our masters. Because they're commanded by Allah to go and war against you until we worship Allah alone. Not until we kill Bin Laden. Not until whatever else you're going to put in with Obama's opinion. This is the words of Muhammad. How about this one?
So, when the forbidden months are past, so kill the polytheists wherever you find them, and take them as captives, and besiege them, and lay wait for them with every kind of ambush. So, if they repent, and perform the prayer, and give the legal alms, so leave their way free. Surely, Allah is forgiving, merciful.
That is a straight option for your grandchildren. Number 1, we're going to kill them. Number 2, we're going to take them as slave. You understand what a slave is? Slaves that mean I have the right, my grandson has the right to sleep with your granddaughter even if she's married because she is his slave. We're going to rape your female to get them pregnant with our babies in this country, America. Or you just convert to Islam and join us and we'll help you to get for some female Christian to rape. We're going to rape your wife, or you can rape somebody else's wife. The beauty of the religion of Islam.
Engage in war with them. Allah will torment them by your hands and put them to shame and give you victory over them and heal the chest of a believing people.
Who is them? That's you, non-Muslim. The whole world belongs to 2 houses. Muhammad said, the house of peace and the house of war. The house of peace are those who send the Shahada, the Muslim one. The house of war, everyone else. How about this one?
O you prophet, provoke the believers to engage in war. If there will be 20 patient ones of you, they will have victory over 200.
O you prophet, Allah speak to Muhammad, provoke the what? B-E-L-I-E-V-E-R-S. Please, I beg you. Don't use the word extremist. Don't use the word radical. You're fooling yourself. Your grandchildren will curse the day to have you as grandparents because with your ignorancy, you destroy your own country and their own future. They're co-believers. There is no such a thing radical Muslim as well as there is no such a thing moderate Muslim. They're believers and non-believers. Here we go.
March forth lightly or heavily, and perform jihad with your money and your lives for the sake of Allah. This is best for you, if you were knowing.
The best thing for the Muslim is to perform jihad.
Engage in war with those who do not believe in Allah and in the last day, and do not forbid what Allah and His Messenger forbid, and do not believe in the religion of the truth among those who have been given the book, until they pay the tribute out of hand, and they are subdued.
They say, until there will not be sedition and Islam take over the world. I can go on another 100 verses. That is a true teaching of Islam. Islam is not what I say to you. Islam is what is written in the pages of the Quran. Islam is what Muhammad taught in the Hadith. If it is not in the Quran, it is not Islam. If it is not in the Hadith Muhammad teaching, it's not Islam. Like you tell me, Jesus says, blah, blah, blah. Show me in the Bible. It's not in the Bible. I'm sorry, that's not Christianity. If you show it to me, Matthew, Mark, Luke, and John, on top of my head, I believe it. If it's not in the Bible, don't believe it. So we claim that Islam is a loving, peaceful religion. Show me a verse. And I will show you 350. And the Quran teaches the opposite. Maybe you are ignorant and you don't know what's written. It's time for us to learn. It's time for us to know the truth. So we are in war. The war is not over. The war just began. What we need to do in America is just cut our expense, save some money from our military, and send it to the Egyptian, and send it to the Libyan, and send it to the Muslim there, because someday they will take over our country and they will be a powerful land. That's the truth. You have to have some common sense. Common sense. The teaching of Allah, the Quran, or anything else. Terrorization of America did not begin in September 11. Listen to the words of Allah in the Quran. This was written, guys, 1400 years ago.
And He brought down the people of the book, who backed them from their strong places, and cast terror into their hearts. A group of them you are killing, and a group of them you are taking captive.
They cast terror into the heart of the Christian and the Jew. They kill some and take some for slave, and here's America.
And He made you to inherit their land, and their homes, and their money, in a land which you had never set foot on. And Allah was mighty over all things.
They took our homes, they inherited it. You know how you inherit somebody? You have to kill him first. He dies and your kids inherit whatever you got. So they kill our great-grandfather, our ancestor. They inherited our land and our home and our money, and here's America. And a land which you had never set foot on. Muhammad's dream was for Muslims to take over planet Earth. Any place. And that's why we have Muslim Americans there. You think they immigrate, Brother Usama, they're doing immigration. Why? Because they're looking for freedom, because they're looking for democracy, because they enjoy our life. No! Read the Quran. Every time Muhammad said the word immigrate, next day, and perform jihad. Those who immigrate and perform jihad. Those who immigrated and performed jihad. Past tense, future tense, present tense. You don't separate immigration in the Quran from jihad. They go hand in glove. They go together. You're nothing but a bunch of infidels. If you're a Christian, most of you raise your let me say again. How many are Christian here again? Okay, we got some good Christians.
A room full of infidels.
Amen. Amen. Do you believe as Christian, whatever church you go to, do you believe that Jesus Christ, Son of Virgin Mary, is God Almighty who came in flesh? Do you believe in that?
Yes.
Do you believe in Father, Son, Holy Spirit? Do you believe in that? Well, if you don't believe in that, you're not a Christian. You may call yourself Baptist or Catholic, but if you don't believe in this foundation of our Christian faith, you're not a Christian, you're just fooling yourself. Here's what Allah said in the Quran.
Infidels indeed are those who said, surely Allah is the Christ, Son of Mary.
That's exactly what I believe. Jesus Christ is God. Okay? Here it is.
Infidels indeed are those who said, surely Allah is the third of three.
That's exactly what I believe. Father, Son, Holy Spirit. I am an infidel. So is you. So don't believe the lies of Muslims, even in your own churches here in this city, to tell you, we worship the same God. No, we don't. Islam teaches that Christians must be killed because you are infidel. Christianity is the only wicked sin, according to the Quran, unforgiven sin. Because you are committing shirk. You worshiping Jesus. Do you worship Jesus? Now you have two partners, Allah and Jesus. I'm sorry. They're one. But Muhammad was ignorant of it. Muhammad didn't even know he's talking about it. He saw in the Quran that God had sex with Virgin Mary, got her pregnant, and had baby Jesus. We don't believe in that. So what do you do when you meet infidels?
So, when you meet those who became infidels, so strike the necks until you have made a great slaughter among them.
Islam is a loving, peaceful religion. Can't you see it? We're going to decapitate all your grandchildren in this country. Let's give us time to become strong. So what Obama do to help Muslims to take over America? Here we go.
So far, 45 Ivy League graduates and Fortune 500 executives have submitted for consideration as government officials.
Obama seeks Muslim for the White House. Can you imagine with me if we say Obama seeks Catholic or Baptist or Presbyterian? It would be illegal. You can't seek Christian for the White House. You can't seek white for the White House. You can't seek black for the White House. It is not America. But Obama seeks Muslim for the White House. And you know what? Let me show you one of these ladies. She worked. By the way, she's not just working in the White House. She's Obama's spiritual advisor. Can you imagine when you're a Christian and have a Muslim lady in hijab to tell you how to worship Jesus or how to live as a Christian? You have to be so stupid to believe this man is a Christian. You have to be nut in your head. And listen what she said.
I do not find any difficulty in performing the prayer in the White House. And Muslims pray the Juma,
Friday prayer,
inside Congress. Dalia Mujahid.
What's her name? Dalia Mujahid. If you're writing names, please write this. Dalia, D-A-L-Y-A, Mujahid, M-U-J-A-H-E-D. Write her name down. Because this name alone should stop her from getting the job. That's from the word jihad. Mujahid is a man who performed jihad in Arabic. That's where we come with the word mujahidun, plural. The Al-Qaeda al-Mujahidun. Mujahid, her name. And she has no hard time at all to pray in the White House. As a matter of fact, Muslims pray every Friday in the Congress. How do you like that? Can I take you on a bus right now and I'll pay for all your trip? I don't have the money. I'll put the credit card. I'll pay the next 50 years of my life. I will take you on a flight, first class, and we go to the White House or to the Congress, and we have a prayer meeting as Christian. Will they allow us?
No.
You can dream about it. I will win the debate. Literally. If you would do it, I got your ticket for free. If not, every one of you give me $1,000. Now I'll make some good money out of you. Because I know it's not going to happen. Dalia Mujahid. She prayed, and she's Obama's spiritual advisor. Now, let's listen about Dalia Mujahid, her own word, when she attended this Muhammad Ali Harras, a Muslim jihadist convicted TV program. Listen to what she said. And by the way, when you talk about something and you're uncomfortable, so you go like, you know what I'm trying to say here? You know, what do you call this? Stand. Why? Because you're uncomfortable. Because you don't want to get caught of what they're about to say. Listen to Dalia Mujahid.
And one member of the President's Faith Advisory Council saw it appropriate to appear on a television network called the Islam Channel, and it's run by convicted terrorist Muhammad Ali Harras. Now, the Obama advisor, Dalia Mujahid.
Whoa. Let's see how she spelled her name here. M-O-G-A-H-E-D. That's not Mujahid. That's Mujahid. She changed the spelling of her name. There's not one person who will write the word Mujahid in this spelling but the first one. Why she did that? Because she's afraid you guys figure out she is a fighter. Her daddy's name, the family name is Mujahid. You don't think ever that somebody by this name will work in the White House. But listen to what she said.
Appeared on the network's program, Muslim Dilemma, and shared the following thoughts about spreading Sharia law. Take a look at this.
I'm sure there are people out there who in fact, and they're not all Muslim, who believe that that this is something that the United States and Britain and other countries should be open to. The concept of integrating Sharia into laws
And she's right. Because majority of Democrats in this country have no problem to throw this piece of trash of the Constitution of the United States of America into the trash can. Because guess what? It is Judeo-Christian. And majority of Democrats in 70% said no to Sharia. 70% said yes for Sharia. 70% said yes for Sharia, and a state does not have 1% Muslim. That means 20% good Democrat, Obama supporter, was a Muslim. I cry on that day when I see 70% of Oklahoma. And then we got a liberal judge, a black lady, I have her in my video, Infiltration of Islamic America, and she turned it over. So now the Oklahoma Muslim can practice Sharia. Praise Allah for Clinton, and praise Allah for Obama, and for the liberal judge they put all over this country. And you are sleeping in a coma. Sleeping in a coma. We're in the state of Illinois. Don't you love it?
No,
Can you
we
hear
hate
it? Can you tell me about your governor? Do you read what's the square here? He wanted Muslims to be in the government of the state of Illinois to make sure that they're heard. You know Howard Reid, what Howard Reid told the Muslim? You want your voice to be heard? Yes, Mr. Howard Reid. He said, run for office. Yeah. The liberal leaders don't care about you or your country or your future or your constitution. They want Muslims to take over your country.
Yes, this particular gentleman,
yeah.
They had to confirm him in the Senate, and there were senators, a couple senators, who were pastors of huge congregations who were speaking on behalf, but he was not confirmed.
Praise God.
Thank God for that, because his appointment had to be confirmed. That just happened last week.
Yes, last week.
Here's just a quick sample. Yeah, well, that's a good news. Here's a good example of the people Obama hired for Homeland Security.
Karim Shola was the National Executive Director of ADC, serving 10 years in the American Arab Anti-Discrimination Committee, appointed as Senior Policy Advisor for the U.S. Department of Homeland Security.
Now this next guy Obama bragged about, you know why? Obama said, this is a good Muslim man. He memorized the entire Quran, America. Obama is bragging about him because he knows about the Quran, or he knows some of the verses of the Quran. No, he knows the whole book by heart. Can you imagine that? And here's his job.
Atif Al-Kahan, the former deputy mayor of Los Angeles, was appointed as Assistant Secretary for the Office of Policy Development at the Department of Homeland Security.
You know Sami Al-Arimi? He served now time in prison.
Sami Al-Arimi pled guilty to conspiracy to help a specially designated terrorist organization, the Palestinian Islamic Jihad.
That is in Florida, my home state. And here is the guy working for Obama.
Rashad Hussain, Obama's Islamic envoy, calling Sami Al-Arimi the victim of politically motivated persecutions.
This presentation can go on and on and on for another hour and a half. We don't have time for that. I'm done. Guys, I'm begging you as men in this room, as godly women who believe in Jesus, to love this country. I'm not going to be far away from you the next month. I'm going to some trips to here, speaking of Illinois, going to Tennessee, cross to Cape Girardeau. I'm going to be in Cape Girardeau for a month or so. Get me a big meeting in the city. Yes. Each one of you at least know 10 people. And every one of the 10 people know 10 people. I want to have a big crowd here. This news has to be said. These facts have to be shared. And we have not one seminar. I have a bunch of seminars. I mean, I can stand and teach you for a good month every day, 3-4 hours, and it'll be finished. I beg you, do something about that. I'm not here to make you feel comfortable. I called your names. I called you stupid, I called you ignorant, I called you foolish, and I have no apology. I'm not upset about hurting your feelings. I want to shake you. Some of you got offended. Maybe some of those who live have to go work, or maybe because I hurt their feelings. I don't care about your feelings. I'm gonna have a bullet. That's how I'm gonna die. I know for sure. I'm gonna have a bullet someday in my own heart or my head because of my love for your country. Do something about your country. I don't mind to speak to 100 groups like that. But that's waste of my time and my energy. We have a lot to teach. Get me to a big building, fill it with people. I will come. You give me a check, please, thank you. Don't give me money. I don't need your money. I do it for free. Next time I'll drive my car. Her husband brought me here, somebody take me back, but next time I'll come in my own vehicle in my own expense. When I say get a copy of the Quran, it's not because you're going to make me rich. I give more Quran than I ever can make money out of it. Or just balancing, you know. I give a Quran for 20 bucks and I give 2 for free. So like, it's not really. I gave $13,000 worth of Quran in 1 week to our legislature. In 1 week. I don't have $13,000. We have to borrow money to send books to our legislature because I believe it's important. But I beg you, educate yourself. Love your country. Love your children. Love your grandchildren. Get a copy of the Quran. Read it and read it for your children and read it for your neighbors. Move this country. I met with a priest before coming here, a gentleman in the Catholic Church, who brought the Muslim to your city here, in the Catholic Church. And the man had zero knowledge about Islam and the Bible. That's how I found it. Because I talk about killing in the Quran. I said, well, the Bible talk about killing. He doesn't see. He doesn't see. So, love your country. I beg you, have me back again next month. Pick up a day and I'll come back.